up to my favorite bunch of beauties? Welcome back to Niecy W Beauty. My name is Denise or Niecy. If you are new here, welcome. I hope you enjoy what you see and I hope you consider subscribing. Today's video I think is going to be an unpopular opinion video, and it is going to be higher end products that I think are not worth the price. And actually I'm going to show you products that I prefer instead of these products. So I'm going to jump right in, and the first thing that I'm going to share with you is actually a tool, and it is, let's see, and I think I wrote the price down. It is the Tatcha dual-ended brush. So I have my little notes written down here. I need to put something on here so this thing does not close up on me. I'll put my phone. Okay, so this is the double-ended brush, or I guess double-ended brow brush maybe, from Tatcha. So this is what the one end looks like, and then you have a spoolie. The spoolie, and I'll get a little bit closer, is not the problem for me with this brush. The spoolie is fine, but this end right here, to me, more is a sort of a liner brush. It is very, trying to hide my face so you can see, it is very thin, and this is not what I would prefer to use for my brows. Which is why this is my opinion, because I don't think it's appropriate for a brow brush. I think it might be more appropriate for an eyeliner brush. Let me see if I can pull it up on the Sephora website. Tatcha. Oh, he has a nose brush too, huh? Alright, so I am scrolling down. Yeah, it's called the double-ended brow brush. It's $18. This, while it might be perfect for some, because you can get that line, it's too thin, and it'll make this like super thin, and I don't like that. What I prefer is from Ulta Beauty, and it is the brow and spoolie brush. Let's see. So it is the Ulta angled brow and spoolie brush, and it looks like this. It costs 12 bucks. And if you can see, and I'll hide my face again, the actual brow brush is probably like twice as thick as the one from Tatcha, and it is also stiffer, so I actually feel like if I'm brushing product through my brows, that this brush would be able to stand up to the pomade and kind of actually brush my brows up. Even though you have the spoolie, I just prefer a thicker, stiffer brush for actually applying brow pomade. So that is why I think that the Tatcha brush, for me at least, is not worth the price. The next thing I'm going to move into is primer, and it is the Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Primer. So first of all, I got this free with an order from Pat McGrath. Let me move back, and when I got it, the label was coming off. Okay, this is supposed to be high end, and if you can see, I had to tape the label on so that it would not come off. And also, I don't think that it's supposed to be, I think, like blurring or something, but I mean, I feel like it's just okay, especially because it's Pat McGrath. I expect so much more from it, and I don't feel like I'm getting it. A lot of people seem to like it, but I just think it's a just okay product for something that's supposed to be like high end, and I would never actually spend my money on that. What I do prefer is from Tatcha, and it is the liquid silk canvas, and everything about this seems so much more luxe than this. And let me see if I can see how much the Tatcha one is. So in looking it up, the Pat McGrath packaging, or the Pat McGrath primer, is $46. And how much do you get? You get a fluid ounce. But if you look at this packaging, like, this is not packaging for a product that's $46. It looks like really cheap packaging that you tried to put a premium label on, and then the premium label came off, and then the actual product is not even that great. Everything about the Tatcha product looks like they stepped it up a notch. The packaging is gorgeous. The pump is really nice. It's not like the same like Pat McGrath pump that you see on everything else. Granted, the Tatcha is $54. You still get a fluid ounce, but I just feel like I'm getting more for my my money as far as buying a premium brand primer when I buy the Tatcha. And Tatcha, I do know, has a lot of good skincare products in it, or skincare ingredients in it. Whereas the Pat McGrath, I mean, she does have hyaluronic acid, so that's good. But I just think this one is better, and that's just straight and to the point. I just think that the Tatcha primer is better. If I had to spend my money on a primer and one of the higher end primer, I would probably go, not probably, I would definitely go with the Tatcha over the Pat McGrath. Alright, and the next thing that I wanted to compare is the Glossier Balm.com. I did pick up, because I was excited that they have them on Sephora, so I did pick up the Balm.com in mint, and this is the only one that I picked up, and I'm glad it's the only one that I picked up. It's supposed to be sort of like a lip balm and a universal salve. So it says swipe onto lips for a loving layer of nourishing moisture. But I think if it's a universal salve, you should be able to use it like on other dry places also. And did I write down the price of this? It is $14. What I do not like about it, okay, I mean, it's in a tube, that's fine, but, and let me see if I can turn my exposure down for a minute just so you can see. Hold on, because I feel like this light is, okay, so you see where the hole is. If I am squeezing up, you see how that just glooped out? I cannot stand that. If it is going to be a lip oil, and let me brighten myself up a bit. If it is going to be a lip oil and it is very oily, then put it in something with a wand. I got to wipe that off. Got to wipe that off. It's too thin. It's too runny. It does not really stay on the lips long enough for me to do any moisturizing. So that's one of those things that I can say that I'm glad that I experienced, but I will not be purchasing again. What I would prefer, and let me see, I think this one you can get from Ulta. is the strawberry lip balm, and I do have an older version of this, but it comes in a tube, and you can see I have pretty much destroyed this tube. There's very little left, but if I squeeze this one up, you can see that it is much thicker. It stays on my lips way longer. Let me swing that one back. And the price is so much better. It is only $8. So instead of paying $14 for something that's going to be on your lips for 2.2 seconds, just like if you put baby oil on your lips, I'd rather do my rosebud salve. Is it a salve? This is the lip balm, but I also have it, and this is OG right here, when it used to come in the tin, which they do still sell on Sephora. This was my absolute favorite in the tin, and I need to throw this in my purse so I can go ahead and use it up. It's still good. There is a dent in it, but yeah, rosebud salve over Glossier every single time. The next thing that I want to talk about, let me go ahead and do the foundation part first. So I did pick up during one of those sales, probably last spring or maybe the fall before that one, the Huda Beauty Faux Filter foundation, luminous matte at that foundation. So I have it here. This is $42. Let me make sure I'm right. $42. What I do not like about this foundation is that it dries before you can actually apply it. Let's see if I can get it to even come out. Yeah. So let me wipe that off. I mean, I am going to try to like use as much of it as I can, but I feel like I need to add something to it because it is like way too matte, and that is what it looks like. So like the color is okay, but I found myself fighting to get this thing applied to my face before it completely dried down and it was looking splotchy. That could be a me problem, but that would stop me from repurchasing the foundation. So what I would repurchase, and let me see if this is on, I think I'm on Ulta, so I'll look on this one. What I would prefer to use, see, I can feel this like tightening up on my hand as I speak. The It Cosmetics Bye Bye Foundation in the oil-free matte version. I don't know if they have this on Ulta, but I think that, let's see, if it's the same as the rest of them, it is about $47, and you do get a fluid ounce. This one is 1.18 fluid ounces, or 35 mLs, but this one is sort of a natural matte, whereas I think you can see this one starting to dry around the edges. Can you see that? I don't know if you can, but this one blends out well. It doesn't leave you looking super matte, but yeah, it just gives you like this natural, like satiny finish, which I enjoy much better than this, which I don't know if I can show you, but it's starting to dry around the edges already. So I would rather go ahead and pay the extra $5 and get the oil-free matte from It Cosmetics. And I think the last thing, let me make sure. Oh, no. Okay. not the last thing. The next thing though that I want to talk about is the Shiseido facial cotton. I don't think I have any left. I used them up. They used to be my favorite cotton pads to use for removing makeup. But every time I turn around, the price of them is sneaking up. So they are now $13 for a bag of them, for the bigger bag. I think they do have like a smaller like tube of them. But $13 for a bag. And what I did notice too is when I was using them, they would tend to like want to start coming apart on me. I don't know if that's also a me problem, but they were coming apart on me. So during one of the Sephora sales, I decided to try out their, and I think it was the one from last spring, their organic cotton pads. And they come with 50 cotton pads per package. And let me bring this down so you can see. Yeah. So the package looks like this. And the package is only $4.50. Let alone the fact that I got it during the Sephora sale when everything was 30% off. I mean, I got like 3 packages I think this time during the sale because I still had some left from the last one. But they are bigger than the Shiseido, as you can see. And then they have one side that's like a rib texture side, and they have one side that's smooth. So every time they have the Sephora sale, I pick up a few packages of these. And I think that I'm going to continue to do so. Even if they are not on sale, they are only $4.50. So this is what I prefer over the Shiseido cotton. What do they call them? Shiseido cotton rounds or facial cotton. Alright, so now I think that I am getting to the last item. These things are very organic. I am getting to the last item, and that is the Fenty Bright Fix Eye Brightener. And I picked it up in the shade Pumpkin because I thought Pumpkin would be a good shade for my skin tone. And I do like this little ball tip on it because I feel like it can massage your eye when you're putting this on. But I don't like that. Well, first of all, it has liquid all around it, and maybe it's because I should shake it. So I won't say anything about that. But I don't like how thin this is. I don't like how orange it is. And I keep throwing my wipes away. Like as soon as I get them, I throw them away. Where's my wet one? There it is. I don't like how orange it is. And I got this one instead of the peach one because the peach one looked like it would be too light. This pumpkin one is too dark. It is runny. It like gets all over the place up under my eyes, and I can't. The price of this one, I think, is like $26 or $28. So instead, and it's not necessarily a price issue, instead I prefer like a cream product. So what I have been liking is the number one, the RMS Uncover Up, and I think this is a concealer. But I like it because I feel like it has enough of, well, maybe not this one, but this one does a good job of covering up, and then you don't need that corrector. But more than the RMS Beauty one is the Laura Geller one that I just got. And this is the Cancel and Conceal Skin Perfector. And this one has the perfect amount of orange in it. Perfect for my skin tone. So it's like some brown with some orange mixed in it, which is absolutely perfect. It is a cream, so I can control it like I want to. This one is all over the place. So if I had to repurchase a skin corrector, I would repurchase Laura Geller. over Fenty Beauty. RMS is more like a concealer than a corrector. So I would say Laura Geller over the Fenty Beauty eye brightener. And I think that that is it. These are all things that I have bought and tried. So this is definitely my opinion. I know that there's a possibility that some of the things that I mentioned that I don't, oh, there's more. The last thing, and it's a big thing, and I can't even remember. I can't even imagine that I forgot to do this, but it's eyeshadow palettes. And I recently picked up the Nearly Natural palette from Glaminatrix. First of all, it took over a month for me to get my palette, and maybe even longer than that for me to get the palette, which ticked me off. And then when I got it, and this is the Nearly Natural palette, when I got it, I was less than impressed with the palette. Okay, the color story is cute. When I applied it, I thought, okay, it's just okay. Like, I don't even know if it was worth the month wait. I don't know if it was worth the being on back order until I could get it. But everybody was just saying how much they liked it. I mean, it's a pretty palette. I've only used it one time, but I think that the color that I used, and that's the color Nearly Natural, and I'm going to swatch it for you. I think it kind of was a little bit sparkly for me, which is this shade right here. It has little sparkles in it, and I had somebody tell me, I like your glitter eyeshadow. So I was like, oh, okay. So, and even when I wipe it off, some of the glitter stay behind. I'm going to use it again. I'm going to use the palette. Okay, I paid for it. It's a pretty palette. I just don't think it was worth the month wait. And it was like, I think $45, so not a big deal. But I think the weight was what got me more so than the cost of the palette. What I would prefer, and it's only $35, and most of the time you can get them when they are on sale, which is when I get these palettes, mostly when they are having a sale. It is from ColourPop, and it is the It's a Mood palette. And this is what the It's a Mood palette looks like. I am not saying that these are exactly alike, but I am almost sure you can dupe some vibes with the two of these palettes. And let me kind of put them right here. So I am pretty sure that you can dupe some vibes with the It's a Mood palette. You get way more eyeshadows. They are made in Los Angeles, so I don't have to wait a month to get it. And I think this comes from Australia. They are always on sale. They have like either a buy one get one, or they have like 20% off or some kind of sale. So you never have to pretty much pay full price for these things if you don't want to. So I would always probably, I don't know, sometimes ColourPop can get on your nerves a little bit, but yeah, I would choose to go the ColourPop route than the Glaminatrix route. And I know they have a new palette coming out, and I have no intention on picking it up because I don't want to wait a month and it'll be like summer will be over, and yeah. So I promise that is it, you all. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. If you are already subscribed, please make sure you hit that notification bell so you know when I have a new video coming out. Have a great day, and don't let your day be a waste of makeup. Bye.